The only constant in life is change. As we make financial plans, we need to consider where we are in the life cycle. Our needs and wants change as we get older. When humans are very young, we're helpless. We're just little babies. But as we go through the life cycle, we take on more and more responsibility for our financial needs and wants. We may not have always gotten what we wanted. No one ever does. But we did get enough to make it to our teen years, and then we'll move into adulthood. From there, we must take more responsibility for what happens next. The financial life cycle can be thought of as 3 stages. So when we're young, early in the financial life cycle, we begin by protecting the things we have. And we begin by protecting the things that were given to us or that we earned. As we grow older, we're going to need more. We need to accumulate wealth. We want to stop relying on our family, and we want to have more control over our lives. We want to make more decisions, and we learn that we are responsible for the outcome of these decisions. The second stage, wealth accumulation, is the longest part of the financial life cycle. Most Americans will work from their 20s for the next 40 or more years. While we may not be able to save money each and every year, overall we need to put money aside. As we advance in our careers, we'll probably earn more money, and it will be easier to set some money aside. But then we may raise families, we may take on other responsibilities that may mean in some years it is more challenging to set money aside. But as we meet those responsibilities, we are better able to accumulate the wealth we earn. The third stage of the financial life cycle is wealth distribution. Eventually, we choose to retire or stop working. Sometimes we are forced to stop working. The reason we spend most of our lives in the wealth accumulation stage is because eventually we will be done with that phase of our lives and we'll be ready to move on. We'll be ready to live off the money we have set aside and planned for retirement. When is the time to start financial planning? The earlier the better. When we are young in the wealth protection stage, we can develop attitudes, values, and beliefs that help us make careful decisions as we grow older. When we are on our career paths, it's time to accumulate wealth as we can. The key is to remember that statistically, we're probably going to live a long time, and we need to plan for that. When we are young, we protect the things we have. When we are building our careers, we try to set money aside as we can, and we plan so that someday we can stop accumulating wealth, and then we carefully live off the money we have set aside, saved, and invested.